This is DMG and welcome to another monster video where we're going to talk about mole people. Under the countries of the abovers live the people of Loam, the underside. In a common tongue, they are referred to as mole people. In their own grunting dialect, they are Dāāsee. The Dāāsee are people of legend and myth. Due to their small size, few of the larger sentient species have ever visited their cities or lived in their culture. They are a secretive people who prefer darkness to the brightness of the sun and tend to stay out of quarrels of the abovers. While they tend to keep to themselves, they have been known to venture above ground for very specific reasons, which they generally keep to themselves. Brash and short-tempered, Dāāsee make excellent craftspeople and herbalists. Their knowledge of glass and stonework is the envy of dwarves and stonemasons the world over, but they do not build structures, that we know about at least. Dāāsee potions are the prize of any apothecary if they can get their hands on them. Mole people stand as tall as a halfling when on their hind legs, but are usually on all fours and then at the same height as a gnome. Covered in a thick brown, grey or black fur, the mole people are not in need of clothing, but do wear belts, backpacks and scabbards to hold their usual array of interesting items, equipment and weapons. The most interesting part of their appearance is their eyewear, strange dark glass circles strapped over their eyes to allow them to comfortably see in the brightness of the day. They have been known to remove them at night, but during a full moon they keep them on. Dāāsee have both low light and dark vision. Their low light vision has adapted to work well as a normal vision underground. Bright lights blind them, so they will always protect their eyes. Above ground, wearing their eyewear, their vision is considered normal. They have 4 hands, classified due to their dexterity with all 4 extremities. For this reason, they tend to wear open-fingered gloves on each hand to prevent chafing and protect their hands while they scurry. When crafting, they seem to use special gauntlets with diamond-tipped claws to easily carve stone to their needs. The exact recording of the earliest histories of the Dāāsee people is unknown to the rest of the world. Their 3 great cities, Pimbi, Pelele and Wibari, are known to us, but where they are is not. Speculation is that they are near the henge circles in the far northern regions. What is known is their elaborately ornate letter system, which is learned from other earth-dwelling sentient creatures, but adapted to a life of almost total darkness. It is almost exclusively carved into stone tablets, although hardwood icons have been discovered, but they are rare. It is thought that if they run their nails over their stone scrivening, that it begins to sing in a melodic and rhythmic way, unlike their own vocal dialect. It is thought this high language helps them with symbolic magical arts. Their tunnels and burrows are decorated with family histories that are sung out during rituals their culture observes. The moniker mole people is actually incorrect, as Dāāsee are not in any way related to moles. Their biological heritage is that of the hyrax. Dāāsee distrust gnomes. The exact reason for this, neither species remembers. It could have been a war or dispute far back in the unremembered past. The Dāāsee view gnomes as hoarders and junk merchants, while gnomes view moles as primitive worm-eaters. Dāāsee live almost exclusively in burrows deep underground. They have extensive networks of tunnels that span most of the known world. They farm insects and worms and gather root trimmings from deep-rooted trees, which they are thought to plant above their burrows. Dāāsee worm farms generate a significant quantity of rich soil that is quite valuable to the above farmers, who will generally trade leather and metals to get their hands on it. Farmers generally keep the presence of a colony of Dāāsee under their land as a secret, so that they have exclusive access to the Dāāsee soil. Some Dāāsee take advantage of this and live underneath orchards, where they have ample food supply and good trade relations. The tunnels and burrows of mole people are extensive. Usually they are a safe place, but predatory mammals, large dangerous insects, have been known to create problems for their colonies. Dāāsee society is rather different. There are no hereditary bloodlines that rule over their expansive network of colonies. However, their form of politics tends towards anarcho-capitalism. No real government, but with a system of property rights, free market economy, and a victim-based dispute resolution system under simple tort and contract laws. Their system relies on voluntary agreements between individuals and communities as their legal framework. It is difficult to predict precisely what the particulars of the society are because of the details and complexities of their differing contracts. Most Dāāsee colonies have standing stones nearby that dictate the contractual obligations of those entering their territory underground. The most famous of these are the standing stone henges of the far north. Below ground, the tunnels are strewn with elaborate carvings of contract law. Openings to burrows are generally adorned with stone icons that dictate the terms of entry. Trade with the Dāāsee is relatively straightforward. You get what you pay for and when you pay for it, and they get what they pay for when they pay for it. Breaking this simple arrangement usually results in a visit from a paid Dāāsee enforcer, who may not even be Dāāsee themselves. Oftentimes they're even well-armed adventurers, separate individuals who earn their living by being paid by the party at fault, usually to keep them from coming to any harm. They then see that the Dāāsee victim is compensated correctly under the terms of the trade agreement, minus a small percentage, of course. Dāāsee are adept with the use of daggers, throwing daggers, and hand crossbows. Their extensive herbalism knowledge means they are often well equipped with potions and poisoned blades. Beware of a band of Dāāsee, which includes a scribe, for they invariably have extensive knowledge of symbolic magic. Their favored enemies are large insect species. Most encounters with Dāāsees are in farmland and rural urban environments. They are not normally hostile towards most of the above people. However, tread carefully when you are nearing standing stones, as you never know what contractual obligations you may be breaking, or you may end up as worm food. So those are the mole people. If you liked this video, click the like button. If you'd like to support future of these videos or get hold of the PDFs for these monsters, check out patreon.com/70system. They are also available through the store, 70system.com. In the next video, we're going to talk about stinging vines. So I'll see you then, and on Facebook and Twitter /70system. Get back to me after you've practiced that. Oh my gosh.